everybody, I'm Alice K. Reckelhaus from SufferingWell and the How Initiative, and I'm going to show you the next thing that I put into my Moldova Journal. Now, we had talked about children, so the next thing I wanted to look at was education in Moldova. And I'm just looking at what we would have would be kindergarten through 12th grade. And I got a little crazy here. These 2 pages have too much going on, I think, in some ways, but they're kind of fun. So I'm trying to use these little dolls as a symbol of these are pages that have to do with children on at least one side of it. Like on this one, I have this picture and then I have this, but that just kind of alerts me as I'm flipping through, okay, if I want to pray for children today, that's where I can find it. So education in Moldova. And so this is, if you're just watching this just to watch it and you're not doing a notebook, this gives you a clue as to something else that you can look up. You can say education in, and then whatever country it is that you're praying for. And you can read about it. And if you want to take notes or keep a journal of it or something, you could. You could also, like I showed you, go to ChatGPT and ask it to write a prayer for you. Put in some of the information that you've learned and say, could you turn this into a prayer? Always look at it and read it and make sure that it's good. I have found that most of them have been really, really good, but sometimes I do have to correct ChatGPT. And it's good if you correct it because then it learns those corrections. You teach it. So I don't think that it teaches it, like when other people use it, but it teaches it for when you use it. So I've found that it's been very insightful and given me prayers, things that I wouldn't have even thought of. And I'm going, wow, that is so good. And if I ask it to, make it based on this particular Bible verse, or if I say, can you base it on scripture, it'll do that. And it's really, really good. So here I have Moldova's education system includes preschool, primary, secondary, and higher education. And then I won't read these to you, but I wrote about like the primary schools, what the secondary schools are. There's 2 different options. And so I wrote about those. Now I left a lot of space here so that I can write prayers around it, or just things that I think of to pray for. It might just be like one word bullet point kind of thing. I don't know. It'll just be whatever comes to mind when I'm praying through this. Okay. On these ones, I kind of filled it up with all these little scraps that I cut off of these papers, but I can write a word on each of these papers. I could write a little prayer or something on there. I did write a scripture verse here, suffer the little children to come unto me and forbid them not, for such is the kingdom of heaven. And that's a good reminder when I'm praying about children, that the kingdom of heaven, there are examples. Children, he said you have to be like a child. And the children are very, very important to God. I can write, a sentence, prayer, or request here and here. But on these little ones, I can just write one word if I want to. And I can write in between here, just all over the place. When I finish this, I will probably have all these pages completely full by the end of the year with different things that I'm praying for. And then same thing over here. So these 2 are across from each other. This is for the protection of children because they're, as I said in my last video, they are at high risk of various kinds of trafficking and being used in dangerous jobs and stuff. And then this is about the education of Moldova. And so that's it for today. I showed you the notepads that these papers and these papers came from last time. So I don't think I really have anything else to show you. I think that's it. If you're interested in knowing how to do this lettering, I did do a tutorial on it. And right now I haven't posted it yet. I mean, I probably have by the time that you're seeing this, but I can't tell you which day it's from. I'll try to remember to post it in the description below. But if I forget, just ask me in the comments. And again, I want to make this offer. If you are doing any kind of notebook or journal or any kind of project to help you with praying, if you want to write to me and tell me about that, write to David and me and tell us about it at our email, SufferingWell@protonmail.com, which hopefully I'll put there on the video when I'm editing it. If you want to write and tell us about it, if you want to send us pictures or anything at all, that would be awesome. We would be so encouraged and delighted to hear about it. And if it's okay, if we share that with others in a video, then please let us know in the email. We won't share it without your permission, okay? And even if you want to have it just shared anonymously, if you don't want to have your name with it, but if you want to have your name with it, that's great, you know? And it really does help other people to see what people are doing, because not everybody wants to do something like this, you know? And you might have a way of praying or something that really would inspire somebody else. So yeah, please do let us know. We would love to get your ideas and input and just hear what you're doing. All right, I love you all. I will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.